So we start off the movie with this little family having breakfast, and after having their little conversation, we move over to the traffic. And whether it's New York, Cape Town, or heck, even India, it don't even matter. When it comes to traffic, I don't know what the hell niggas be doing at the front, but we do not need to be causing all this. Cause I swear the main reason traffic happens is just because of one idiot decided to do a stupid move, and it causes all of us to be late for our jobs. Like, what? And while they're waiting for the traffic to move, even playing their little game with one another, a helicopter flies over them with people in the background even running. And as a black man, the moment I see a group of people running away from something, I don't even have to see what it is for me to jolt out of there. And that is precisely why you could never find me in a horror movie. The hell am I exploring for, my nigga? No! But my man puts on the radio and the reporter starts talking about a recent outbreak of rabies coming from Taiwan. Hey, what y'all got going on over there? But while the traffic was finally starting to move, a cop hits this man's rear view mirror and kept it stepping like he didn't do that. Like, dog, that was you. And he gets out the car, started to look around trying to check what the hell was going on, and he even gets his mirror. And just when he was about to get back into his car, an explosion happens, causing a whole bunch of people to panic, with this officer coming out of nowhere and start yelling at him. And excuse me, Mr. Officer, but there are way better things you should be focusing your time on, because what? A whole ass explosion just happened, and you are yelling at this man to get back into his vehicle when he was already on the way to his vehicle. Like, my nigga, are you dumb? Now, as much as I didn't like the officer, I don't think he deserved any of that. And allow me to analyze this BS, because we just look at this frame right here. You can see no type of truck or other vehicle coming from the back. And you mean to tell me in 2 seconds, it just came out of nowhere and hit this man. And with this truck crashing into a bunch of these cars, my man takes that opportunity to get the hell up out of there following its track. And that seems like a great idea on paper, but when you really think about it, you're really heading towards where the explosion happened. And I don't know about y'all, but I would be heading away from the danger. And of course, even in dire situations, people on planet Earth can't do anything without recording it. But the truck comes to a stop, even flipping over with them driving past. And this is where my boy fumbled the bag, because yes, I get you're trying to comfort your daughter and tell her to put on her seatbelt, but my nigga, your wife was literally already doing that. You didn't have to take your eyes off the road. And because of that, an ambulance hits them from the side. And you mean to tell me, after a collision like that, this man went out of it unfazed? Like, not even a mark, not even blood, not even anything. Like, I was really in the back shouting, get this man to a hospital, when he doesn't even need it. But they start to get out the car, and you just see a whole bunch of people panicking and running around with no type of order. And while he was trying to get his daughter out of the car, this man looks in the distance and sees... Now hold on, buddy. I'ma need y'all to rewind that back, and I'ma need you to peep old buddy right over here. Like, I don't know if they're playing rugby or something, but you just peep this? Nah, they did my man so dirty. He looked back once and it was already over to him. And the camera focuses on this dude who gets in a car that already has a bunch of people inside, and just when he tries to reverse, this woman comes out of nowhere, jumps on top of that bitch, and starts repeatedly bashing her head against the windshield. Oh nah. Manages to break through and bite this man. And after successfully managing to do that, the little girl's toy starts to count from 1 up until 10. And that's when we learn that it takes exactly 12 seconds for you to turn into one of these things. And after they get into the vehicle and he tries to start the car, one of these things come out of nowhere trying to bite, bro. But he hits the gas with the wife even kicking it out. Like, oh, okay, wife. Smoking on that zombie pack, okay. And they successfully manage to drive off, and we just see the carnage that is happening. And as much as I want to tell myself that I would definitely survive a zombie apocalypse, this one though,
as we don't have the capacity.
And while they were driving, my man gets a call from this man over here, and obviously he looks like a government official, maybe CIA, hey, I don't know. and he tells them where to go so they can pick them up with a helicopter. And they make it all the way to New Jersey, stopping at this grocery store being ravished by all these people. And you know, during a zombie apocalypse, you would really think people would have better things to do. But you mean to tell me that even during all of this chaos, y'all are still thinking about some booty? Nigga, that is grape.
You can't fuck that lad, dog.
And after they get off of him, this man pulls out a Glock 19, trying to take this man's head off. And you can tell Buddy has never used a gun in his life, because what do you mean you missed 5 of the shots? He is literally sitting down. And it took 2 shots from Jerry just to put him out. Like, oh. And no, I am not siding with the rapist. I am just saying that this man is trash and he deserves to die. And when they get to the outside, their vehicle has been stolen. I mean, obviously, bruh. What did you expect? And Jerry calls his friend, telling him where they are, but he tells them that they won't be able to pick them up tonight, only in sunrise. Meaning they gotta survive basically the whole night in a building. Good luck, buddies. But they get into this building trying to secure the door, but it was too late for all of that, with these things trying to break in. And they managed to do exactly that with them right on their tails. But while they were looking around, they meet up with this family and they let him in. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all are better than me. And yes, Oracle TV would not let in people when my family is right here. The hell you think I am, nigga? Jesus? Get out. I am not the Messiah. I am not the Savior. I am not him. What? Boy, I don't know what the hell y'all expecting from me. In this type of scenario, letting in people into your home is the worst type of thing you could do. Because if any of these niggas make any type of noise causing the rest of us to die, whose fault that gonna be? Me, because I'm the one who let him in. Cause no. And these people are so kind, out here sharing their food. Again, I'm not doing all this. No, bro, no. Like, y'all are so much better than me. So much better than me. And we cut to the next day, where the family starts to head towards to the roof, because that's where the heli is gonna meet them. And while they're walking through the hallway, you just hear a bunch of screeches coming from downstairs. Like, bro, don't ever put me in this scenario, bro. I would legit start tweaking. And we pan over to the other family, and while they're trying to barricade the door again, yeah, that point, bruh, just bend me over, bro. And while they're walking very, very quietly and moving actually stealth-like, you know, you would really think that, oh, this is a walk in the park, they got this. I'ma just play this scene and y'all finna experience this for yourselves too.
Okay, come on, guys.
And this man pops it right in the head, and because of the noise, a whole bunch of them hear that and start running after them. With my man even having to stop and stab a bunch of them before they continue. And some people may be like, oh, not in front of the kids. Man, they're gonna be alright.
Fuck them kids.
And while they were running, my man throws over his backpack and starts going crazy, even throwing one of them over. And while this thing is trying to bite my man's, with him even screaming for help, this thing gets popped from the back and oh! Is that King Vaughn caught his first body at the age of 9? Oh, no, twin. But after that, they both get to the roof, with this man even going towards the edge and starting to count down, because if he does start to turn, this man is finna jump over. But luckily, he's okay, with the helicopter starting to arrive, and he blocks the door, stopping the zombies from coming in or getting out, in a sense. But you know what I mean. But he lets go of the door and starts running right towards the helicopter, with them even popping some of them, and they successfully manage to escape. And they get to this compound ship, and we learn that these things cannot swim, which is a good thing if you think about it, because if they were able to swim, bruh, at that point just been
He's a freaky ass nigga. Fuck you mean?
But do you really think Jerry and his family were gonna stay here for free? No! They only brought him here because they needed his help. And his job is to escort this dude right here, trying to find the source of where this virus came from. And if they are able to find the source, they'll be able to develop a vaccine. And we cut to nighttime where they finally arrive to South Korea. Oh boy. And they start to get out, but you can hear a bunch of screeching coming from the distance, and obviously they are not alone, because while they're waiting, a few of the zombies come out of nowhere and starts bodying them, with this dude running back and pops himself. The one hope for humanity literally sold the entire bag just because he was scared. Okay, bro. And these other soldiers arrive and start to escort them to the inside. And when he gets in, they start talking to him, and this man starts to realize that this thing could have came from literally anywhere. There's no records, no proof of anything, because it was all burnt. But he starts talking to this crazy man over here who is literally taking his teeth out his mouth, talking about some no teeth, no bite, no spread, which makes sense. And he tells them that Israel is the best place to go to because they managed to build a wall weeks before this spread even happened, which is very ironic, ain't it? But they have to get back to the plane and refuel it while these zombies are still out there, and they are literally riding their bike trying to be as quiet as possible. But the worst possible thing could happen. Wife is calling. And because of the noise, a whole bunch of them start to come out of nowhere and start heading towards their direction. But they manage to get fuel into the plane and head off. He manages to get it to Israel, and while he's being taken to the man in charge, we just gotta pause for a second, because who is that? It's been a while since I've simped on a woman, but y'all can't blame me, because she can arrest me and put me in any position she would. My fault.
You ain't never gonna be shit.
And Jerry starts finally talking to this man, and when he asks him how Israel knew about this, he literally tells them, and I mean this word for word, bar for bar, that they got a comms from India telling them that they are fighting zombies, and because of that alone, they finished the war. Okay. And my man takes Jerry to the wall and shows him that they are letting people in, and he says that the more people they let in, the less zombies they have to fight.
Swear to God! Say you swear to God!
And the camera pans over to the outside of the wall, and that is a lot of zombies. And if it were me personally, I would nuke the whole generation.
If it were up to me, I would drop an atomic bomb on the whole generation.
And just when you thought they had a good thing going, that everything was fine and nothing could possibly ruin what they have built here, this woman right here takes the mic, and these people start singing. My nigga, they are literally attracted to noise. Shoot her! Grab the mic, put her in a full Nelson, please. Anything, please.
No!
All because of these people couldn't keep quiet. This is literally happening because people couldn't keep quiet. Bro, you can't give anything to niggas. This movie has literally given y'all 2 examples of why letting people into your home is a bad idea in a zombie apocalypse. Because the other family got murked because of it. And just look at this. Like, bro, y'all really think I'm a bad person? No! Use your common sense. Because in all honesty, not everybody deserves to live. Let's just be real. Maybe Henry Cavill's Superman was on to something. All of y'all dying, me included. I ain't going to jail. And they start raining from the sky with a bunch of people panicking and running. This was all your fault, by the way. And I swear these things are resistant to fall damage as well, because what do you mean you're still living? And they start shooting at these things, and it really looked like it was going to be contained, but it did not last long, with this one lunging over, biting this dude right in the, I think, nuts. And the helicopter even flying outside just to look at that. Bro, like, let me just be honest. This really could have been contained if this helicopter right here was just carrying an RPG. Let's just be real. Instead, y'all are trying to stop this with Glock 19s. Like, y'all can't be serious. Nigga, y'all are slow. And while they're running, Jerry looks back and sees this old man being ignored by these zombies. Like, they are literally just walking past him. Nigga, what the fuck is that? There's no hope. There is no hope. It's GG's. There's no hope. Like, just call it quits, bro. Lay down and just take it. And we cut back over to Jerry, and when we look up, these things are coming from the top rope. Like, bro, are they flying? They really care about no types of fall damage. Look at this. Like, oh, get this off my screen. God damn! What could bro have possibly done in his life to deserve that? And my guy pulls the pin from the grenade, causing an explosion and the freaking passage to cave in. And while they're running, even hitting up these stairs, we look up and
Nuke the whole generation. If it were up to me, I would drop an atomic bomb on the whole generation.
And I have to agree with those words, because what could we possibly do against that? There's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us against 1, 2, 3, 100 of them. And they managed to get to this door, barely managing to escape, but just when they thought it was over, damn! And Jerry looks in the distance again and sees this kid literally standing there with these zombies running past him, just like what happened to the old man. And while they were running, they start to get backdoored into a corner, even throwing grenades. And just when they thought it was over, this girl starts to come out, trying to check if it was done. This one comes out of nowhere, biting on her gun, but she flips it over. What kind of strength does this bitch have? No, run it back, because what do you mean, blood? And she looks at her hand, and she got bitten. And this man, Jerry, wasted no time, grabbing a knife and cuts it off. And while counting, starting to stop the bleeding. And the helicopter arrives, but it was not gonna be that easy, because a bunch of them comes out of nowhere, starting to grab onto the heli, dragging it down. And y'all remember the plane that Jerry arrived here on? Yeah, that nigga starting to leave him. And I'ma need y'all to spam L-mans in the chat, because why, bro? This is your job. You're supposed to wait for him. And listen, as a survival of the fittest type of nigga myself, I understand. But you are getting paid to be able to help Jerry in this situation, bro. So you're not supposed to leave the nigga. But the plane leaves and he spots a commercial one and starts running towards that one. And even though they do let him in, they get rid of their guns. What?
You idiot. You're honestly an idiot. I don't know what's wrong with you. But your ego is pissing me off.
Me on the first link, can we take it slow? I be running out the back by the time they at the door. How you go behind my back? You supposed to be my bro. Fucked you this last night, but that's why I didn't know. He thought it on my name, they ain't know that I would grow. Take a trip to get the drugs, every time it's for the low. Says she wants some new shoes, swear that's all she care about. Brody wrote away.